Welcome back to easyhouse.com YouTube channel. Today we'll be seeing what are ELSS funds or tax saving funds. In this we'll be covering three parts. We'll be discussing what are ELSS schemes. Second, we'll be covering why you should invest in them and how you should plan for them in the beginning of the year. And third, we'll be covering what are the best mutual funds you can invest for tax saving purposes. I'd like to tell you that we've reached 200 subscribers. So thank you all for subscribing. And viewers who haven't subscribed to our channel, I'll request you to please subscribe because one lucky person will actually win an Amazon Alexa Echo speaker worth 10,000 rupees. So if you want to win it, please hit the subscribe button. So today we'll be discussing what are ELSS funds. ELSS funds are also called tax saving funds. They are meant to save tax. ELSS stands for Equity Linked Saving Schemes. They are diversified equity funds that offer tax benefits to investors under Section 80C of the Income Tax Act up to an investment limit of 1,50,000 rupees a year. Mutual funds in this are required to hold at least 80% of their portfolio in equity instruments. The investor's investment in mutual funds is subject to a lock-in of 3 years or more, during which period it cannot be either redeemed, transferred or pledged. Why should you save tax through best ELSS funds or tax saving funds? Is because they offer a minimum lock-in period as compared to other investment options, other tax saving options like NSE, PPFs, insurance and FDs. And their returns are much higher than compared to say PPF or FDs or insurance. And the returns are not capped over here. Third, the mutual fund investments are the best for people who want high returns. So anyone who's willing to take more risk and want high returns from his investments should invest in tax saving schemes. There's a dual benefit of investing in top performing mutual funds. First, you get a higher return as compared to other investment options. And second, you get a tax saving of up to 46,000 rupees approximately. I would also like to add one more thing over here is people actually end up buying tax saving funds, especially in March. But during the start of the financial year, one should actually plan for these investments because if you're looking at investing in March, you would have to invest the entire 1,50,000 rupees at one go, like a lump sum investment, and you do not get the benefit of what a SIP brings you. So if you start earlier in the year, in the starting of the financial year, it is much better for you because you can start a SIP in it, especially when the markets are falling, and it helps you reduce risk. So rather than investing in a very haphazard manner, it is better that you look around, see what your goals are, and when you scramble at the last minute to save tax, you end up putting your money in avenues that do not serve your needs. Hence, it is advisable that you plan your taxes ideally from the beginning of the financial year itself. So if you've not invested in any tax saving instruments, it is never too late to start, and it's better you start as early as possible. When you are in a hurry, you will actually end up investing into a ULIP or investing into FDs. But if you're a young individual who doesn't mind a little bit fluctuations in his investments, tax saving scheme is actually the best option for you. Apart from this, when you start earlier, you can actually claim other tax deductions as well, like medical expenses, including preventive health checkups. You can get deductions on your medical insurance premium, on your education loan interest, on your housing loan interest and principal repayment, on life insurance premium, on dependents healthcare, on HRA, which is rent allowance. And if you made donations to any political parties, you can claim deductions for these as well. So let's look at the best tax saving funds which you can invest in. Please note that these are not in any order. And so the first fund is Axis Long Term Equity Fund. It's a 5-star fund. Its AUM is very high. It's around 19,000 crores. It's given a 3-year returns of 4.91. This is after when the markets have fallen down this year by close to 30%. And its 10-year returns have been 14.65, which is very good. It is 93% invested into equity stocks. It has a large focus into large cap funds. So 63% of its investment is into large caps, around 17.67% investment is into mid caps, and around 5.67% is into small caps. It holds a very minuscule amount of debt, around 0.13%, which is also in very not very risky debt as well. Moving on to the second fund. The second fund is Aditya Birla Sun Life Tax Relief 96 Fund. It's a pretty old fund. It's been there in the market and it's given consistent returns from a fairly long time. Its AUM reflects its faith by investors. It has a AUM of around 9,100 crores. Its CRISIL ranking has moved from 3 to 4 in the last quarter. It holds around 96% in Indian stocks. It is more skewed towards mid caps and small caps. As reflected, its large cap holdings around 40%, its mid cap holdings are around 45%, and small cap holdings are at 8%. So if you're willing to take more risk on your investments, this is the ideal fund for you because it focuses more on mid caps and small caps than large caps. Its 3-year returns has been 1.64%. So please note over here that mid caps have not given a very good return as a category for the last 3-4 years. So they peaked out in 2017, and after that market has corrected quite drastically, and they've corrected more than what large caps have. Hence, its 3-year returns are not that great, and the rally which has happened right now in the market has happened, a bounce back has happened in the large caps, but it has not got passed down into mid caps. So you will see mid caps returns coming out once builds up in large caps. Its 10-year returns are around 10.26. Now moving on to the third fund. The third fund is from Mirae. It's called Mirae Tax Saver Fund. It's a 3-rated fund. Its AUM size is around 3,000 crores. It has 98.5% invested in Indian stocks. Around 58% is in large caps. Around 19.9% is in mid caps, and 6.9 is in small caps. So again, it is more skewed towards large caps, not as much as Axis, but it is definitely more skewed towards large caps. Its returns since inception has been 11.22. It actually started in 2015, this fund, and its 3-year returns has been 3.25. So these are the 3 tax saving funds you can invest into. If you are more comfortable with large caps from a 3-year perspective, you can look at Axis and Mirae. But if you're willing to take more risk, you can definitely look at Aditya Birla Sun Life Tax Relief 96 Fund. So these are the funds which we are recommending for large caps. It is very important that you should invest in the beginning and plan your investments, because when you're stressed for time, you end up making more mistakes. If you invest your time well in planning, you will end up analyzing tax saving mutual funds in a better way and analyze other investment options as well, and make a decision which is based on your investment needs and your tax saving needs. When you do not make these investments into tax saving funds, you miss out on an opportunity to claim your taxations. It results in heavy tax liability and lowers your salary payout. Plus, at a later stage, when you have to deal with the income tax departments to claim your refunds, it creates a lot of hassle. So I'll suggest you start investing well ahead in time and plan accordingly for your investments.